What's up, tribe? Can you guys hear me and can you see me? Well, I know you can't see me, but can everybody hear me? I'm having some technical difficulties over here right now, chat. I hope everybody can see me. Hey. Good afternoon to everyone. Happy Tuesday to you all. Come on in. Lady Crabs. Okay. You know, I love me some crabs now. Thank you so much. Lady Crab said, I enjoy your commentary. Great minds think alike. Oh, thank you, my love. I appreciate that. Hey, Ebs, what's up, boo? What's up? I'm coming now. Sorry, y'all. At the last minute, I had to reconfigure my whole setup here, honey. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. My hair is a mess, but we're going to make it do what it do. I was hoping to slide in and see my hairdresser today, but my hairdresser is semi-retired. Y'all, I'm so worried that I'm going to have to find me a new hairdresser soon. Honey, she is semi-retired, and she only works Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I tried to get in there today, and she was like, I'm not even there. She's like, why you couldn't have jury duty on Thursday? I said, girl, I don't know. But anyway, hopefully I can get in there this week, honey, because baby, this is raggedy. What's up? Let me say hi to the people. I mean, I'm going to be a little handicapped. I can't use my mouse because I told you I had to reconfigure my whole situation here. Hey, Rock Chick. Hey, Tanya, Corray, Lemon Kush, Amber, Nitwit, Montrez. What's up, Cookie? Fruit Punch. Hey, Fruit Punch. Yana, Tracy, Kenya. Hey, Chuck. At work, but this right here is more important. Oh, that's right, boo. Carol. I think I got everybody. JP. Hey, Jonathan. No, I had jury duty, but they ain't picked me for a jury, so I'm home. Hey, Sharice, what's up? Another round. Did I get everybody? If I didn't get you, charge it to my head, not my heart. I'm still doing my tribe meeting today, but I said let me come in here and talk to you guys about these Grammy situation. So I'm a little handicapped, you guys, because my setup here. Anyway, y'all don't care about all that. We here, y'all can see me, y'all can hear me. We good. Okay. So, hey, Drea, what's up? So listen, I looked at the Grammys, right? And my commentary y'all, this might be one of those commentaries where we walk away friends, but we don't walk away agreeing, and that's okay because I still love y'all. We walk away friends, but we don't necessarily walk away agreeing, and that's okay. Okay. So I watched the Grammys. I literally just got done. And when I say just got done, I mean literally. I was like, shoot, I'm gonna have to push it back. I'm not done yet, but I literally just got done watching the Grammys. So let me just give y'all I'm gonna tell you. So here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna tell you how I felt about it. We're gonna go through some of the performances, and then we're gonna get to some of the stories that are connected to the Grammys. Okay, so work with me on that one. So here's where we're gonna start. I loved it. This was probably my favorite Grammys that I have seen in a few years. This was probably my favorite Grammys that I have seen in a few years. Yeah, listen, at this point, most of us only care about the performances, and nowadays you can get the performances online. So, I mean, you know, did you really need to what's going on with this thing? I'm sorry. So do you really need to do you really need to watch the whole 4-hour show? Probably not. Like, I watched the whole 4-hour show in probably maybe an hour and a few minutes. I started watching it at 1 something. Somewhere between like 1 and 1:30, I started watching it. And like I said, I literally got done about 5 minutes before I went, like right before I went live. So you can do it in an hour if all you really care about are the performances. And you can, because as you fast forward, you can see who winning the awards. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you about how this year, and I am not an emotional person. People who know me know I'm not a crier. I'm not an emotional person. But let me tell you guys, I was in my living room boo-hooing a couple of times. Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus. Yeah. I was boo-hooing a couple of times. And when I go through the performances, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you when I cried. But I'm serious. So for now, the reason why I loved this year's Grammys is probably the reason why I need to stop watching award shows and why normally they don't do it for me. Because most of the parts of the Grammys that I enjoyed were people from my generation or music that I appreciated from prior generations. And so that's probably part of the reason why I don't need to be watching the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I probably would give it a 10. I mean, it was really that good for me. Trevor Noah was great. You know, Trevor Noah was the MC. I thought he was funny. And you know what? I thought he was funny without being rude. You know how sometimes these hosts feel like they have to roast people, they have to go through the crowd and they have to roast people. And I feel like he did the opposite. I feel like he went through the crowd and he was giving people their flowers. You know, he bigged up Meryl Streep, Taylor Swift. You know, as he was going through the crowd, I thought he was kind of funny. I'm gonna explain why we was crying at the Grammys. Abby, calm down. She said, wait, why were we crying? Because Abby know I'm not emotional. Abby know I'm not a crier. So Abby like, wait a minute, why the hell were we crying? Oh yeah, Lenny Kravitz still look good. Now listen, I did have a note. Lionel Richie, I'm gonna need you to back away from the Botox. I know that we have been pretending for a while now that Lionel Richie don't look like this. I know we've been letting it go, right? We've been letting it slide, right? We were seeing him on American Idol and stuff. We've been letting it slide. We said Lionel look good. You know, if the women can do it, the men can do it too. If the women can go and get their Botox, the men can go and get their Botox. But if this were a woman, I would tell her the same thing. I'm gonna need you to back away from the Botox because Lionel Richie face looked like it just don't move. I mean, it was literally just. So Lionel, we get it, boo. We get it. But I need you to back away. I think you're good. You can probably miss your next couple of appointments and be all right. That's my 2 cents. Okay. So that's my overall opinion. Now let's get to some of these performances and then we'll get into some of the side stories and some of the politics and all of that. Now, Lionel, you are 652 years old. Stop it. Chuck, you better stop. Okay, so where do I want to start? The first performance of the night was by, what's her name? Dua Lipa? Dua Lipa? I don't know her. My face is giving one moment in time. Y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible. Oh, not hellos and me you're looking for. Y'all are terrible. But real talk, I don't know her. So it was an okay performance. You know what I mean? I mean, I know who she is. I know the name, but I don't know her. You know what I mean? I don't buy her music. I don't really like some people when I hear the song, I'll be like, oh, I like that song. Because I'm old like that these days. Like, for example, the Miley Cyrus song. I know it was Miley Cyrus. I knew I liked the song. I had heard it. I mean, did I download it? Is it in my playlist? No. But I like the song. I can buy myself flowers. But it was cool. So that was the first performance of the night, and then, like I said, Trevor Noah came in and he did his little thingy mabob. Why'd I write something like it had? Some be writing notes and don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I wrote something like it had. What the hell was I talking about? Something like it had. I don't even know what my own notes mean. What does that mean? Something like it had. Something like it had. Anyway. Moving on, because I don't know what that means. The next performance, I knew the performance because it had already leaked online, but I had not watched the whole thing. I watched clips on like TikTok and stuff like that. The next performance was Tracy Chapman, and Luke Combs. I don't want to talk too much because I'm gonna start crying again. This had me boo-hooing in my living room. This had me boo. When I say, and I was literally sitting here in this exact spot, boo-hooing, and I was saying out loud, why am I crying? Like, I just kept saying it out loud. Why am I crying? Why am I crying? So I don't know who Luke Combs is, but I like him. I guess he's a country singer. And this is what I'm gonna get to. Well, I'll get to why I like the Grammys, but this is part of why I like the Grammys. Let me say this. I have been a Tracy Chapman fan since the first time I heard that song. I have every Tracy Chapman album, CD, whatever. I had her first album on cassette tape. Her second album on cassette tape. Her third album, I had it on cassette tape. That is how long I have been a Tracy Chapman fan. And for me, I really don't want to start crying, you guys. So I'm gonna say this really quickly and then I'm gonna move on because I don't want to get too deep into it. Maybe I'll dig deeper on a members only or something. But I'm a middle child, right? And I have an older brother and I have a younger sister. And there was a time in my life where I did not feel seen. My brother had stuff he was doing and going on. My sister had stuff she was doing and going on. And I was the middle child that just was always there doing what I was supposed to be doing. And I didn't feel seen. And Tracy Chapman, her music, I literally could sit in my room for hours and listen to Tracy Chapman for hours. 4 hours. I could literally sit in my room and I would listen to it on my Walkman with my headphones on, over on repeat, just over and over. I flip the tape over and listen to the other side. And I flip the tape over. And I don't know, as she was sitting there, first of all, we don't see her that much because Tracy Chapman lives a very recluse lifestyle. She doesn't do a lot of public appearances. She's very much, she's very introverted and she's very much just very much to herself. And so seeing her was, of course, a big deal. And then hearing her, and it just took me there. And literally, I was boo. When I say I was in here boo-hooing, y'all, I was boo-hooing. Boo-hooing. So it took me back there. And I think that had a lot to do with it, was just my connection to that music and that time in my life. And whenever I would get depressed, Tracy Chapman is who I would listen to. Whenever I felt like, that and gospel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would listen to gospel or I would listen to Tracy Chapman. Like, it was one of the two, that I would listen to. Wait a minute. Now that I say that, did I fast forward through the gospel section of the Grammys? Because I was fast forward. No, I wouldn't have fast. Because I know Kirk Franklin performed, but did he perform on the pre-show? And then they honored the I was waiting for the Clock Sisters tribute. Was that on like the pre-show or something? Because I don't remember seeing that on that 4 hours that I just looked at. Did I miss it? Y'all, did I fast forward through the gospel section of the Grammys? Huh. It was on Saturday, St. James. I was looking. Okay, now I gotta go and find it because I was actually looking forward to that. Gospel is televised. Yes, it is. They've televised the gospel before. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. I'm not gonna say they do it every year, but I know they have. Gospel, it is, y'all. They do. They do. They show the gospel. Hell, remember that's when the Clark sisters got in trouble because they went to the Grammys. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all remember that's when Maddie Mars Clark got sat down? St. James in my mind. Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. I could have sworn I done seen gospel before on the Grammys. Maybe I'm getting the Grammys mixed up with other shows. But I could have sworn I done seen gospel on the ground. Yeah, now they're not consistent. I agree they're not consistent, but I don't think they don't never show it. But I thought this year because me too, Elizabeth, because they were honoring the Clark sisters, and I saw Kirk Franklin. I really thought so. Okay, yeah. Now I know I done seen Yolanda Adams on that stage, and y'all know whenever they want somebody to just sing them a good old token gospel song, you know they call Yolanda Adams. BB and CC are the whinings, you know. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I thought, well, now I want to go see it. Now I want to go see it. Okay, so anyway, so that was the first time I was in my living room boo-hooing, and that's real talk. Okay. I'll tell you about the other 2 times in a second. Okay, so then we had SZA. I thought SZA did a decent job. I mean, did it blow me out the water and make me want to run and go? I mean, I like her, so, but it was okay. It was cute. It was cute. SZA, I thought, did a really even tone performance. Okay. Billie Eilish performed, and what I wrote in my notes was she lost steam at the end. I think it was a really strong performance for her. She was nominated for the song from Barbie. She actually won. It was, I don't follow Billie Eilish like that, so I don't know a lot of her catalog, but I know that's the first time I've seen her in that capacity. She had on like a 1960s Chanel inspired suit with the big sunglasses and the headscarf. It was very on theme for the Barbie movie. I thought that was nice that she did that. I thought it was nice that she stayed on theme with that. I thought she sounded, pretty good. The song was all right, but it seemed like towards the end, it was almost like she was off. It seemed like she got thrown off. I don't know. Then we had a performance by Miley Cyrus. Oh, Miley. First of all, I hated her look. I don't know what that hair was doing. It was giving very Farrah Fawcett with too much hairspray, Charlie's Angels inspired. I don't know, but it was too much Buffon. It was too much of this. I don't know. I think I know what she was going for, but she didn't get there. I feel like Miley got thrown off because, see, here's the thing. When these artists get to the Grammys, they forget that they're not at a concert. They forget that they're not in front of their people. So she started singing the first couple of lines of the song, and she was like, oh, come on, y'all, don't act like y'all don't know this song. Girl, wasn't nobody singing that song with you but Oprah, because Oprah sang everybody's damn song. I ain't lying. Every time they went to Oprah, Oprah was on her feet doing the Oprah. I said, Oprah know every goddamn song they ever made. I guess they said if we can't get nobody else standing up singing, we're going to get Oprah and Taylor Swift. Because if they didn't get nobody else standing up singing a song, they got Oprah and Taylor Swift. So Miley sang the first couple of lines of the song, and when the crowd didn't join in, I think she lost it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because after she said, oh, come on, y'all don't act like y'all don't know the song, and nobody sort of joined in, I feel like she lost it. I feel like it took her out of her thing. I feel like she never quite got that back. Yeah, the hair did age her. I agree. Yeah, I feel like she never quite got it back. And then at the end, she did this almost Tina Turner thing. I feel like in her because a lot of times when they're performing these songs, all they're doing is doing their concert performance at the Grammys. And I feel like there's a part of her concert of when she performs that song that she does like a Tina Turner type thing at the end. Because at the end of the song, she picks up the mic and she leans the mic in like she about to really go to town. And it sounded like it was getting ready going to the beginning part of Proud Mary, right? And then I think they forgot, like, oh shit, I can't do Tina Turner because they got a whole Tina Turner tribute, so I can't really do it. And then she just, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird the way it ended. It was weird the way where it ended, you know. So that's my Miley thing. Now, I love the song. I really do like that song, but her performance didn't really do a lot for me. Then we had a performance by U2. And this is what I wrote in my notes. They gonna find a way to put YouTube at the Grammys. Listen, now I like YouTube. I ain't gonna say I'm a big YouTube fan. I ain't going to no YouTube concerts. I probably maybe in my lifetime have purchased 3 to 4 YouTube songs. Okay. But I swear every year they find a way to bring YouTube. I keep saying YouTube instead of YouTube. I feel like every year they find a way to bring YouTube to the Grammys, and we didn't ask for that. Who did they even come out with an album this year? Why is YouTube here? I keep saying YouTube. Why is YouTube here? And I was like, and that's what I wrote in my notes. They're gonna find a way to bring YouTube to the Grammys. I don't understand why they there every year. Why are they here? Were they even nominated for anything? What was Bono there? I don't know. I was just like, why are they here, Habo? Like, and they weren't even at the Grammys. They were somewhere else performing, and the Grammys like brought it in. I'm like, so they're not even there. They're not even on stage. So that's what I wrote my notes about that, chair. So then we had the In Memoriam. We started off with Stevie Wonder singing along with Tony Bennett, which I thought was cute the way they did that. They spliced Stevie Wonder singing with Tony Bennett. I think they were singing Once in My Life. I thought that was really, really nice. I really, right. Like when Apple Music made us, gave us we didn't ask for that album. I know I never asked for that album. Why is it in my Apple Music? I mean, if you're gonna give me a free album, at least let me tell you which one I want. Don't give me the one you want me to have. What is wrong with you? So we start off with Stevie Wonder and Tony Bennett, and I thought that was really nice. Then we went into Annie Lennox, who I absolutely love. Again, have loved Annie Lennox since the Eurythmics. I love me some Annie Lennox, okay? Annie Lennox did Nothing Compares to You. Bitch. That was the second time I cried. Because, baby, when she started singing Nothing Compares to You, and then I realized that she was performing with Wendy and Lisa. And for those of you who don't understand the connection, Wendy and Lisa were a part of Prince's band. Nothing Compares to You is a Prince song. Like, it's a full circle moment here that we see Wendy and Lisa performing with Annie Lennox to a Prince song sung by Sinead O'Connor. Bitch, what? It was a little tear. It was a little tear. It was a little tear. Now I wasn't boo-hooing like with Tracy Chapman, but I feel like my body was just already in emotional mode, and so some tears. Right, Prince and the Revolution. Absolutely. Wendy and Lisa were from the Revolution. So when I realized that was Wendy and Lisa, I said, where the fuck they find him? And I was here for it. So that was the second time the Grammys got a little tear out of me. It was one or two, like little bloop, bloop, but they got it from me, okay? Then we had Jean-Baptiste with Ann Nesby at the end singing. He was singing a gospel I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't remember the song. And then they ended with "Be Optimistic." And he was trying to take us to church, but I feel like they were in the back going, because I feel like him and Nasby was about to give it to us. They was about to go there because he started preaching about life and how we gotta, praise, thank God for it. He was getting ready to go there. And I feel like they was in the back telling him, sit your. I feel like that's what they was telling him. Okay. But it was a great in memorial. It was great. It was a great, great, great in memorial. I thought it was very respectful. They even had Chi Rivera, who literally just passed away last week. So I hope they ain't forget nobody this year, because they always get in trouble because they done forgot somebody, which I don't understand how they be forgetting people. Hey, Ray, what's up, boo? I don't understand how they be forgetting people, because you literally just go through the list of people who were a part of the academy who passed away. I don't understand how that's hard. I know that's like somebody's job. Like, that's a summer intern job. Like, you could literally just be an intern at the Grammys and that be your job. And I don't understand how you fuck that up. But neither here nor there. Whatever. I hope they didn't forget nobody. Okay. Right. I feel like the producers was in the right. Abby, the producers in the back saying, hey, not too much. Not too much. If we wanted to go to church, we'd have let Kirk Franklin get up there. Not too much. I feel like they were saying not too much. Then we had a performance by Joni Mitchell. Now listen, this is what I'm going to say about this. I think it was a moment. If you are a Joni Mitchell fan, I think it was a moment for you. I don't dislike or like Joni Mitchell. She has some songs that I like. It is what it is. But it was a beautiful moment. I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't even want to say nothing wrong. It was a beautiful moment. No, Jelly Roll didn't perform. But it was a moment. Joni Mitchell was there. Everybody was happy to see her. She sang her song. They had a little orchestra with her. She did her thing. Your mom named you after Joni Mitchell? Wow, look at that. Then we had a performance by Travis Scott. Again, this is another one. Why do they keep forcing Travis Scott on us? I don't. This is the old lady talking. Okay, this is the old lady talking. Is he the representative? Why do we always have to see Travis Scott? I mean, is he putting out music like that? Because I don't know. Because I'm the old lady. But why we always got to see Travis Scott? But he performed. I mean, if you like him, I guess. It didn't do nothing for me. Not a thing. But I'm the old lady in the room. So I think Travis Scott is not for me. That's what I said, Cindy. That's why I said I don't want to be disrespectful. If you are a Joni Mitchell fan, I'm sure it was a moment for you. And yes, I 100% believe in giving people their flowers. So I'm not mad about it. I just, I'm just not a Joni. I mean, I'm not an anti-Joni Mitchell fan. You know what I mean? I'm not anti-Joni Mitchell. So, okay. Then we had the Afrobeat section. We had Burna Boy with Brandy and 21 Savage. I thought that was cute. I like Burna Boy. I like Afrobeats. It was great to see Brandy. Why didn't have 21 Savage do Mace's part? Did Mace say he couldn't come? I mean, they did On Top of the World. That's Mace's song. Was Mace not available? What was he busy doing? What was Mace busy doing? No, I don't understand. What was he busy doing? That he couldn't come and do his verse On Top of the World with Brandy. Why do we have to see Rihanna Baby Daddy? Ain't that Rihanna's baby daddy, 21 Savage? Is that Rihanna? Ain't that Rihanna's baby daddy? That's why do we have to see him? But okay, it was all right. I mean, I don't have a problem with 21 Savage. I just didn't understand why Mace wasn't there. Was he not available? Oh, 21 Savage is not Rihanna Baby Daddy. Who is Rihanna Baby Daddy? Why I can't never remember who that man is? Who is Rihanna Baby Daddy? ASAP Rocky is Rihanna's baby daddy. Oh. 21 Savage is the one that's from England, right? That's 21 Savage. That's the one that's from England. Why I always get them two mixed up, y'all? Why do I always get them two mixed up? Jonathan, why? Why, Jonathan? You know what, Jonathan? I think you the person that got me in trouble. You know what? I think Jonathan is the person that got me in trouble the other day. Remember, I told y'all somebody left a comment and said that I'm condescending to people to my chat sometimes. They were like, I like your commentary, but sometimes you're a little condescending. You talk down to your people. And I went back and looked at that video because I was like, who was that? What are they talking about? But I was messing with Jonathan. And I think sometimes when people come in, they don't know that I have relationships with y'all. And they don't know that sometimes I talk y'all crazy. So that was the Candy video about Candy leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Jonathan came in and was like, this is a happy day for me. And I started giving him a hard time. But me and Jonathan, y'all know how Jonathan roll. Y'all know he love Nene. He hate Candy. Y'all know how Jonathan do. So I was just wondering if maybe that's what it was. So Jonathan, I think you got me in trouble. Anyway, moving on. Thank you, Sherry. They look alike. Okay. Because I swear, I always get them mixed up. People always do it. Okay, so it's not just me. Oh, Burna Boy and 21 Savage sampled the song. Got it. Okay. And again, I love the performance. I just was like, where's Mace? But, you know, Billy Joel performed. And again, I'm going to say I absolutely adore Billy Joel. I have been a Billy Joel fan since, I'm not going to say since his first record, because that would be lying. That was in the 70s. I don't even know if I was here. But what's the first song of his that I liked that I went back? I want to say maybe the first time I heard Uptown Girl, and then I went back and started like listening to some of his older stuff. But I love Billy Joel. Billy Joel is absolutely in my playlist. And I love me some Billy Joel. Has Billy Joel written a memoir? Because you know he had some dark days. He had some dark days. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get to that in a minute. I'm just going through the performances, and then we're gonna get to the politics of. Okay. The third time that I cried, and this was just a happy. It was again. I think I was already in an emotional state, so this was a happy. Oh my gosh, moment was Celine Dion when she came out and she looked so good. I was so happy to see her. Shout out to La Roche, who came out of retirement to dress her for the Grammys. I don't know why he put her in a coat, but who am I to question what La Roche does? Okay. Who am I to question him? Okay. I think me personally, I think they put her in a coat to camouflage maybe how small she is. She looked good, but she still, I think it's probably still very, very small. You know, she was very sick. The reports weren't good, but she looked good. So those were the 3 times the Grammys had me crying. And for that alone, I'm going to give the Grammys a 10 out of 10 because people don't make me cry. And especially not 3 times within because I fast forwarded through the shit. So especially not 3 times within an hour and a half. I don't cry that much at church. And sometimes, you know, church can get me crying, but I don't cry that much at church. So shout out to the Grammys. Now let's get to some of these politics of the Grammy. Was it an homage to her reverse suit ensemble? No, I don't think it was. It was just a coat. I mean, it was, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure it was a very expensive coat. I'm sure it was a very nice coat. You know what I'm saying? But I really think it was to camouflage something. And again, I don't want to speak negatively because I love her. Okay. I don't want to speak negatively because I love Celine and I was so happy to see her. I mean, so I can't stress how happy I was to see Celine. But let's get into some of these politics of the Grammys. And this is where y'all gonna probably not be happy with me when we get done, but I still love you. I still love you. Okay. Hold on. I'm looking for something. Here we go right here. This is what I'm looking for. Is this it? I might have to go to her Instagram. Because I know what I'm looking for, but I might have to go to her Instagram. Man. No. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Instagram be getting on my nerves sometimes. That's not what I want. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I had this queued up, but it wasn't queued up. Okay, this is what I was looking for. I'm about to say I knew. Like, I ain't crazy. Okay. So, the first thing I heard as it relates to the Grammys was that Nicki won a Grammy and then they took it away. I need y'all to clarify for me. Did they just call the wrong name by accident like they did with Moonlight? Like Steve Harvey did when he said the wrong lady won Miss Universe? Did they just make a faux pas? Or was Nicki's name really written on the paper and somebody scratched it out and wrote whoever the fuck won? Like, what had happened? Did you see North doing her makeup? I did not. What had happened? We're going to get to that in a minute, Kim. Kim, we're going to get to that in a minute. Because I don't understand that. It was a Twitter post. So this whole thing that Nicki won and then she did, so that didn't really happen. People was just trying to start some shit, right? That didn't happen that way. Okay, because I couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying? So somebody just put it out there as a tweet, and then everybody jumped on it, and then it wasn't real. Oh, it was a tweet on the official. Okay, so somebody just tweeted the wrong thing. Okay, cool. So it wasn't like he literally gave her a Grammy and okay. Now I am going to say this, and I've said this before. Whether you are a Nicki Minaj fan or not, I don't think this is my opinion. This is my opinion. Whether you are a Nicki Minaj fan or not, and I'm neither. I like some of her music. I like some of her antics. I don't like. I'm neither. But here's what I'm going to say. Somewhere down the line, let's be clear. The Grammys is absolutely political. That is a period on that. It is absolutely political. Is it political like Donald Trump political? No. But it is absolutely about politics. So are the Oscars. So are the Emmys. Like, it is about politics. Sometimes the people that win aren't always. First of all, we're going to always, it wasn't just a tweet. Okay, well, KFS, tell me what it was, boo. Now, do I wish it had happened the day called the name she started toward the stage? You know where every... No, that's not true. What? It was posted from the Grammys and then they changed it. Right. So somebody at the Grammys posted it and then, but it was wrong. So what I'm saying, okay, there's a difference between somebody making a mistake and saying the wrong thing versus we gave her the award. Oops, we took it back. That's what I was trying to understand. But with that being said, somewhere down the line, I don't think that we can negate the fact that either Nicki Minaj or her record company or something has happened that has pissed the Grammy Academy off, whoever makes up the Grammys. Because I do agree that there's no reason why Nicki Minaj has not won a Grammy. That's my opinion. However, there are a lot of great artists who never won a Grammy. So we're not going to act like she's the only person that has ever been persecuted and never won a Grammy, and it's all just a setup and blah, 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 blah. Something Nicki Minaj has done has pissed them off. That's it. That's on period. That's my opinion. Oh, I'm not giving nobody a pass on putting the wrong information out. I mean, like I said, somebody probably should have got fired, child. Donna Ross never won a Grammy. I'm just well. So that's what I have to say about that. And I think, again, what we can't negate is that this is political. Okay. The other thing I want to say about the Grammys before we go any further, because again, y'all gonna cuss me out before it's over, and it's okay. I love y'all anyway. Somebody is gonna listen. We all have our favorites, and somebody gonna lose. Four people get nominated. Your favorite has a 25% chance of winning. I mean, it is what it is. Like I don't understand the world we live in where people feel like somebody owes it to them. You know, Whoopi said it a couple of weeks ago when the Oscar nominations came out, and they were like, "Oh, this person got snubbed and this person got snubbed," and Whoopi was like, "Nobody got snubbed. Nobody got snubbed. The people who were nominated were the people who were nominated, and if you weren't nominated, unfortunately, you weren't nominated. Nobody gets nobody is owed anything. These are award shows just like anything else. It is a body of people who are making a decision. And that is why when I get to the end of this, why I keep telling y'all what I keep telling y'all about these damn award shows. But y'all don't listen to me when I say y'all. You know I don't mean y'all, but I mean y'all. So that's how I feel about that. Killer Mike won 3 Grammys. The next thing you know, we saw him being led off in handcuffs. And they said that, you know, there was overzealous. He said something about there being an overzealous security guard. He was released. You know, it was just a thing. Let me tell you something. I am not a Killer Mike fan. I used to be a Killer Mike fan. I am no longer a Killer Mike fan. Because of his politics. I think Killer Mike is I'm gonna stop saying that name. I'm gonna get my video flag. I think it is dangerous. And I'm gonna read you guys something. And this is coming from my girl Tabitha, coming from her Instagram account. Y'all know that's my boo thing. There's an article in the Huffington Post. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm just gonna read part of it as to why I don't really rock with Mike. I'm gonna just stop saying them with the Mike part. Mike posted with Georgia Governor Brian Kemp and Senate candidate Herschel Walker, allowing legitimacy to their campaigns with the Black community. What makes his brand of politics so dangerous is that he is actually in the field. He is doing the work to mobilize, and he's equally as damaging to his legacy when he legitimizes Kemp, whose life work appears to be the undoing of the Black vote. It's troubling not knowing where the Atlanta rapper's intentions lie, but if we go off his work, it appears duplicitous at best. It's disconcerting to watch the loquacious Black man with a platform prop up someone who wants to undo all of the good work for the civil rights leaders before him. That is why more perilous than anything talking about Kanye West, could do. Mike implied that Kemp's opponent in 2018, Stacey Abrams, needs to go everywhere Mr. Kemp just went, as if she's not leading in every statistical category among Black voters. He doesn't seem to understand that Abrams is of the Black community. She doesn't need to visit the community she's a part of. What he has done here is what makes him so dangerous. He's positioning himself as a Black voice of reason instead of a shield for the Republican Party. So when Mike sprouts ridiculous claims implying that Abrams isn't doing enough Black outreach, she's forced to answer. So that, when I saw what he did in the last election cycle, that is when I dropped off the Mike train. And I agree that people like him are more dangerous because he is boots on the ground. People do listen to him. And again, I keep telling you guys that I will never ever, and I know I have stepped away from my political commentary the last couple of years because mentally I had to, for my own mental health. But when I look at somebody like Mike, it absolutely pisses me off because that is exactly what he does. And it goes back to what I keep telling you guys about the fact that we would rather see an unqualified man in a position over a woman, especially a Black woman. The thought of Stacey Abrams, a Black woman running the state of Georgia, scared Mike to the point where he got in bed with the likes of a Herschel Walker and a Brian Kemp. And if you don't follow politics, I understand you might, and I'm not saying this to be condescending, I understand you might not understand the gravity of that. But just go and Google it. Go Google what Herschel Walker, the things he said and did in this last election cycle. Go Google Brian Kemp systematically disenfranchised hundreds and thousands of voters in the state of Georgia, while Stacey Abrams was doing the exact opposite to ensure that Black voters got the right to vote. And here comes Mike coming along saying she isn't doing enough. We damn near gave Stacey Abrams credit for getting Joe Biden in the damn White House in the last election. She put Black women on her back. She put the state of Georgia on her back. And no, she wasn't the only one out there. And no, she wasn't the only one on the front lines. But we're not going to sit here and negate what Stacey Abrams brought to the last election cycle. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And so I don't really give a damn about Killer Mike getting arrested. I don't care if it was an overzealous security guard. I don't care. Moving on. Let me keep going through my list. Lizzo. Hold on. Let me go. I'll be right back, y'all. I got to go to the. Give me a quick second. I'm sorry. Oh, no, not Biden as a reference. Sure, don't get me started about that. Oh, I forgot my mouth it's not plugged in. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's get to Lizzo. So there's a conversation that people are having now about, is there a double standard? And before y'all get to cussing in the chat, let me give y'all the breakdown first. Is there a double standard between the fact that Lizzo has a current sexual harassment case against her that literally right before the Grammys had been advanced? The judge refused to throw it out and the case is moving forward. You know, whether we believe or we don't believe, it is a legitimate court case that is open in court now. We've talked about it. Lizzo gave an award at the Grammys. On the flip side, we have Diddy, who was not charged with anything. The court case withdrawn. We know the settlement and all of that. It was withdrawn, yet he was uninvited to the Grammys, and basically people were ready to start a riot if he bothered to show up, right? Now we know he still went to Clive. Well, he was still invited to Clive Davis's party. I don't know if he actually went. I'm sure he was there. And all of those things. But is it a double standard because Lizzo is a woman? Because the thing is this, and I argue whether Diddy deserved to be there. I'm not arguing none of it at all. But I'm not saying that, oh, does Diddy deserve to be there? But what I'm saying is, why isn't it the same level of outrage for Lizzo as it was for Diddy? Not only was Lizzo there, she gave an award. She was on stage. Nobody seemed to have a problem with that. The difference with Diddy is that many people in that room know what he was doing to Cassie. But those were all accusations. Diddy wasn't convicted of anything. We know the same information about Diddy that we know about Lizzo. Those were all allegations. Now, again, I am not saying that Diddy isn't guilty, in my opinion. I'm just asking. You know what, ASB, I like your answer. She said a double standard I can support. You know what? I can respect that. I can respect that. His crimes were more heinous. I can respect that. I can respect that. But here's the thing, though. Should she have been on that stage with an open case against her? Let's throw Diddy out of the equation. She has an open case against her for sexual harassment. Should she have been on that stage? Just asking a question. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just throwing it out there. Andre said nobody believes her victims. Okay. Yana said he was never charged, so I understand what he's saying. No, Lizzo should not have presented. Okay. Did he settle? So from a public perspective, that's an admission of guilt. Okay. They gave Roman Polanski an Oscar after he was convicted. Lizzo can be on stage. That's a valid point, Abby. Now that's a valid point. Listen, again, I ain't here to say that I agree or disagree, but I think that's a valid point. Trump has open cases, and he is full on running for president. Okay. Mo Media said, nope, Lizzo should not have been invited. Young folk ain't messing with her on TikTok. Ooh. Cassie came out with real facts and settled. No, there's no settlement. Her court case is still an open case. There was no settlement. It is still an open case. Lizzo still has an open case. She still has an open lawsuit, I should say, against her. There was no settlement. I'm just throwing it out there, y'all. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree. I'm just throwing it out there, honey. I'm just throwing it out there. I ain't saying that I agree or disagree. Right? If Lizzo has an open case, she should be. Yeah, her case is still an open court case. Absolutely. Okay, like I said, I don't have an. Listen, I like ABS's answer. ABS's answer was yes. It's a double standard. It's a double standard I'm okay with. I like her answer. Well, Abby said if all the people with open cases can't come, it'd be a lot of people missing. Well, but again, going to the Grammys and giving an award are two different things. Presenting two different things. But again, I'm not, I got y'all. Okay. Let's talk about this Celine Dion Taylor Swift thing. I think y'all just want to not like Taylor Swift. I don't understand. I'm confusion. Why are we mad? When I say we, I'm, me, y'all, but I mean we. Why are we mad at Taylor Swift? I'm confusion. What up, Don Don? Hey, boo. Why are we mad at Taylor Swift? Like, so they said that Taylor Swift was wrong because she didn't acknowledge Celine Dion or she didn't thank Celine Dion. I like her, but that was rude. What did she do that was rude? Maybe I missed it. What did she do? For making Lana go up on stage with her, but she was trying to be sweet. Unpopular opinion, I like Taylor Swift. She's won album of the year. Okay, but I'm talking about, but they're saying that she was wrong for not acknowledging Celine Dion. I don't understand what she did wrong. It's the way she took the award and just turned away, no hug or anything. But they're literally pictures of them backstage hugging and her talking to Celine Dion. Like, she didn't what was she supposed to do? See, this is what I'm saying. I think sometimes people just want to be mad about something. What was she supposed to? Celine Dion gave her the award. She said thank you. She turned around. She thanked her people. She gave her speech. She did her thing. What was her obligation to Celine Dion? I think people just want to be mad at that girl. I don't understand what she. It was her award. It was her moment. Why was she supposed to make it about Celine Dion? What was she supposed to say thank you to Celine Dion for? I think people just want to be mad at that girl. Now listen, I got a lot of reasons why I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan, but I just feel like y'all just want people just want to be mad. She didn't acknowledge her like Miley acknowledged Mariah. So she wrong? So because she didn't do what Miley Cyrus did, that makes her wrong? I don't know. When I read that, I was like, I think people just be wanting to come up with reasons to be mad at people. I'm like, y'all just want to be. Ugh. I just saw that and I was like, so what was she supposed to do? It was her award. She took the award from the person who presented it to her. So she was supposed to make her moment about Celine Dion. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to it because I'm confusion. Because I looked at it and then I ain't deleted yet. Let me go back. I'm gonna go back to the Grammys. I'm gonna go back and see what she did. Because I'm reading what y'all are saying. She turned around, she didn't acknowledge, she did this, she didn't do that. Let me go back. I'm still at the end where she won her award. Let me rewind. Let me rewind to when she got her award. Okay. I still got it right here in my DVR. I'm gonna rewind. Give me a second. Because I want to see exactly what y'all talking about. Because I just remember her going up on stage, getting her damn award, turning around and saying, giving her speech. Okay, here we go. Album of the year. Okay, Celine Dion is on stage with her little bobbing. Okay. Okay. She's announcing album of the year. Okay. Hey, Coffee and Talk. Let me see what she did. Let me see what she did that got y'all so mad. Let me see. Okay, album of the year. Okay, all right. Here they about to announce it. Okay, they about to announce it. Let me see. Yes. And the Grammy goes to. Okay, let's listen. Taylor Swift. Okay, so she won. mean, Taylor Swift get on my now. If y'all said y'all get that she get on y'all nerves because she always act like she's surprised to win, I'm gonna give y'all that one because she get on my nerves with that shit. Me? She get on my nerves with that child. Okay, let me see here. All right, she walked with the steps. She walking up the steps. She grabbed Lana Del Rey out the audience. Okay, she walking up the steps. Okay, all right, walking. Okay, and let me see her. Let me see. She gets to the top of the steps. She says hi to her team. She congratulates her people. Okay. She hugging everybody. Okay. She walks over. Okay. Okay. So I can see what y'all talking about, but I still don't see why y'all mad. I mean, she didn't hug her. She didn't do nothing extra. She just took the award and started. I just don't know why y'all mad. But anyway, I think people just don't like Taylor Swift and they just want to be mad about somebody. They just want to. Everybody was just so happy to see Celine, I think, because people do that all the time. Like people literally take the awards all the time and don't acknowledge the person that gave them the award. People do it all the time. But I guess because it was Celine Dion, she was supposed to do something. Okay. All right. I mean, that's how y'all feel, child. That's how y'all feel. Yeah, I mean, I see what y'all, but I see what y'all are saying. I still don't understand why people mad about it. That's the part. I don't understand why it's a problem. I don't understand why people mad. It was her moment. I don't understand it. Okay, moving on, because we could do this all day. Last but not least, hold on, let me make sure before I get to this last part. Let me make sure I covered everything, child. What I like. Oh, Fantasia. Oh, let's talk about Fantasia's performance. Fantasia, I mean, she did what Fantasia does. I'm not saying it was bad. It was okay. Fantasia did what Fantasia does. She did her Tina Turner tribute. I hated that outfit she had on. I don't know what them shoulder pads was doing. I didn't like it. I don't like it. If you were crying at the sight of Celine, you think she would at least say, but they literally were just backstage together. Like she wasn't surprised. She knew Celine was there. They were literally backstage together. They she wasn't surprised. She knew. Um, yeah, I think Fantasia did all right. Again, I like Fantasia. If you're a Fantasia fan and you've been following Fantasia, she did what Fantasia does. Like I said, I hated that outfit. I don't know what them showed. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what those shoulder pads were giving. I didn't like it. But as a performance, yes, do it, girl. Do it. Um, I'm gonna say this last part before I get into this Jay-Z, because I already know that y'all ain't gonna like what I got to say. So what I love about the Grammys is for me, and that's why I've been so disappointed the last few years, because for me, I've always loved the Grammys introducing me to artists I don't know and music I may or may not have heard. I love music, and especially somebody who doesn't listen to the radio much anymore. I don't hear a lot of music um outside of my music because I don't listen to the radio. And that's how you get introduced to new music, by listening to stuff like that. So I like the Grammys for introducing me to new artists and new music. And this year, it was just, for me, it was a really, really, really good year. It's a really good year. So let me get to this Jay-Z situation. First of all, I really don't give a damn about anybody winning an award from somebody who is a notorious woman beater. Like Dr. Dre, for me, his biggest legacy is that he be beating women. So I don't even give a damn about who winning the award. It's named after Dr. Dre. That's number one. I don't care about getting stung. It ain't the first time and it won't be the last time. Second of all, that moment was given very much, I'm in the doghouse again and I need to do something to get my ass out of the doghouse. That's what that speech gave me. That speech gave me, I done fucked up. How can I get in back good in my wife's good graces? What can I do to get her to forgive me? That is what that speech was giving me. Because on one hand, on one hand, like I said, the Grammys are absolutely political. So you are okay. That's what I got out of it, Abby. Absolutely. So it's okay to be political. I ain't got no problem with people making a political statement. If you felt like you needed to make a statement in that moment about how you felt about the Academy and what you felt like the Academy did right and did wrong, brother, go ahead. Do your big one. Do your big one, boo. But for somebody to win 5 Super Bowls and complain about the refereeing that cost them their 6th Super Bowl, I just don't give a fuck. You won 5 Super Bowls. What you mad about? So she's never won album of the year, but she's what, in the top two? I think her and Taylor Swift are have the most Grammys in the history of the Academy. But you mad because she never won album of the year. I don't care. And I mean, if you feel like it needed to be said, say what you. I mean, do your big one, bruh. Do your big one. But again, it goes back to what I said a few minutes ago. It's all subjective. If you are a Beyonce fan, you supposed to feel like Beyonce deserved album of the year. If you a Taylor Swift fan, you supposed to believe that Taylor Swift deserves album of the year. If you a Janelle Monáe fan, you supposed to think that she's supposed to win album of the year. I personally think that Janelle Monáe's album was album of the year. Personally, that's me. She ain't win. But okay, Abby said, but it's not about Bay. She's not the only one that this has happened to. My point is, it doesn't matter. This is an award show that is subjective. What I think is good versus what you think is good versus what they think is good versus what they think is good, it's going to always be subjective. We had this same conversation when we were talking about the Oscars, and I was like, I have never weighed my opinion about what a good movie is or isn't based off of what the Oscars tell me is good or bad. Oh, I remember Something Like It Hot now. I remember why I wrote that note. Let me say it before I forget it again. A special shout out to Something Like It Hot, the musical that I told y'all my friend's daughter starred in. I say star, I went to see the musical 3 times on Broadway. Y'all remember me talking about Something Like It Hot? They won the Grammy for Best Broadway Musical, whatever, whatever, whatever. See, I was like, Something Like It Hot. So that is why I wrote that. So shout out to Some Like It Hot. It closed on December the 31st. It's probably going to go into a traveling company. If it goes into a traveling company and it comes to a city near you, please go see it. It is a really, really great show. It won't have the original players from Broadway, but it's a great, great show. So shout out to them. Boom. Thank you. All right. Because I was like, why did I write Something Like It Hot? Okay. So again, you said who was looking at the child deep enough to see her cleavage. Oh, I don't know what y'all see. Now y'all talking about something totally different. So my thing is this is how I feel about it. That's your wife, and you have every right. Ebby said this, that she's not the only person this happened to. Then who else was he talking about, Ebby? Please tell me who else he was talking about. Andre says, Really B, I think you may have missed some of the investigative reports a few years ago. Many voting members admitted that they've never even heard of most of the albums. They vote on who they like. Okay. That doesn't change what I just said. For me. Because here's the thing. The problem isn't who wins and who loses. The problem is in the process. Because what happens is, if you are a part of the academy, you are sent that information. So if you don't take the time to even sit down and listen, then the problem isn't with the Grammys. The problem is with the process. Because, for example, Whoopi is a part of the Oscars. She gets sent every single movie that is nominated, whether she watches it or not. Now, the problem is that they don't take the time to sit down and listen to the music. Now that there's a flaw in the process. But that doesn't change what I just said, because here's the problem for me. And this goes back to my final point. I have always said to y'all, and y'all know I say it till I'm blue in the face. Stop going where you're tolerated and go where you're appreciated. We put all this, we give the Grammys and the Oscars and the Emmys, we give them all this fucking energy. But when it's time for us to celebrate ourselves, we're MIA. And I said it, and I'm going to keep saying it. We need to give the NAACP Image Awards the same amount of energy that we're giving the Grammys and the Oscars. Why the fuck do we keep worrying about an award show that was never created for us? It was never created to celebrate us. They have done everything in their power to keep us out. Why do we keep giving a fuck about what they care about and how they celebrate us? Somebody said I've been cussing a lot, so let me calm down. That's another comment. Somebody said, Really be you cussing a lot lately. So I must be cussing a lot. So let me calm down a little bit. I'm not saying that we can't acknowledge or be happy when we get nominated for a Grammy or we get nominated for an Emmy or Oscar. I get it. I understand that that is the standard. I understand that. I'm not naive to understanding that that is the standard that has been created. But what I am saying is, in the history of these shows, they were never about us. And it was never about celebrating us. So when people go out of their way to create a space where we can be celebrated, and the artists use that space as a stepping stone to get to the space that never appreciated us, that is where I have to say, I ain't mad, and I don't feel no kind of way that you mad that this place doesn't celebrate you. Because the place that celebrates you, you don't even bother to show up. You don't even bother to show up. When you're a small time artist and you're trying to get on, y'all are there. Y'all are there. When you're a mid-tier celebrity, y'all are there. But when you hit the pinnacle, nowhere to be found. Tracy, okay, you can't get an EGOT with a BET award, but why are we aspiring to get an EGOT? Who gives a fuck? What does that mean? Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for Whoopi. I'm happy for Jennifer. I'm happy for John. I'm happy for the people who are EGOTs. And I'm not saying that it's not an accomplishment. And if that is your goal, great. That's great that that's your goal. But what I am saying is, don't negate the spaces that were created to celebrate you. Like I just said, There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a Grammy Award winner, an Oscar winner, an Emmy winner, a Tony winner. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win that award. But what I am saying is stop putting so much gravity on that award. That's all I'm saying. And again, I know that's easier said than done because I'm not in that space. I'm not an artist. I'm not a singer. I'm not a dancer. I'm not an actor or actress. I know it's easy for me to say from where I sit. But I'm going to be honest with you. It is hard for me to really give a damn about you feeling slighted for an award when you done won 5,000 of the other awards. I'm sorry. So you never won Album of the Year. Okay. You done won 15 fucking Grammys. But you mad because you didn't win that particular Grammy? Girl, guy, whoever. And I know Beyonce didn't say shit, so this ain't even about Beyonce. Notice I haven't said her name. I ain't got no issue, no beef. I ain't got no problem. But I just feel like you were winning an award. Give your damn speech. And if that's what you wanted to say, sure. But I ain't jumping on the bandwagon. She won 32. Thank you. See, I don't even know how many she won, child. The woman that won 32. KFS, I hate to be the one to tell you, but those awards don't get us the recognition we need to get to for parts either. I done told y'all that before. Y'all don't be listening to me, but I done told y'all that before. We won Academy Awards, and that doesn't guarantee us those roles. Those roles still go to Meryl Streep. Go ask Viola Davis. Go ask Whoopi Goldberg. Go ask Jennifer Hudson. The first movie role that Jennifer Hudson played after she won the Academy Award for Dreamgirls was what? Who remembers? Who remembers Jennifer Hudson's next major movie role after she won her Academy Award for Dreamgirls? It was playing the assistant to old girl in Sex and the City. You went from winning the Academy Award to playing an assistant? Okay, girl. And I ain't taking nothing away from that. Because, baby, she working. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way, but what I'm saying is we're not going to sit here and act like that those awards guarantee us anything, because they don't. They don't. Whoopi done told y'all that. After The Color Purple, she done told y'all that the roles did not come her way. Viola Davis done told y'all that. It's not a guarantee when you win, when you're at the top of your field. It's no guarantee that you're going to come back around and it's going to be there again. It isn't. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't aspire to that. I don't want y'all to misunderstand what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with saying I want to win an Academy Award. I'm just saying we got to stop negating the spaces that were created to celebrate us. That's what I'm saying. Right. Well, Monique, we're going to put Monique over on that side. We're not going to put Monique in the cat. We're going to put Monique over here. Oh, you better say it again, Montrez. Montrez says, regardless of the category people feel Beyonce deserves, she has never left empty-handed, and a lot of artists can't say the same. Bloop. Bloop. So anyway, that is my 2 cents on the Grammys, chat. And I know y'all don't like everything I said, but I still love y'all anyway. Right, Liza, they get nominated for Soul Train Awards, NAACP Awards, and they don't even bother to show up. I don't know how many Grammys Whitney has. That's a good question. I would have to Google it. I mean, clearly I don't know, because I didn't know how many Grammys that Beyonce had, child. I didn't know she had 32 Grammys, child. She got as many Grammys for damn near her age. Shit. She damn near averaged a Grammy for every year she was born almost. Am I gonna watch Monique on Club Shay Shay? Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Thank you, I was gonna say Movie Black. Thank you, M Love Black. Thank you, boo. And that's the thing, you guys. I know, I know y'all ain't gonna always agree with me, and I know my opinions aren't always, popular opinion and stuff. But it is what it is. And again, it's not about. Notice I didn't even say Beyonce's name because it's not about Beyonce. It's not about Beyonce. So for me, or at least for me, it's not about Beyonce. Whitney has 25. Good Lord, I didn't know she had that many. Good Lord. Okay. A Grammy for every year since she was on Star Search. Wow. Whenever it drops, did it drop yet? I know she's gonna beat. When did I don't even know if they mentioned. Y'all, I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna go see RuPaul when he comes through for his book tour. What y'all think? Y'all think I should go? I'm on the fence about it. What y'all think? I know what Abby gonna say. Michelle Obama won her second Grammy. Y'all happy? Y'all happy about that? Let me see here. Oh, Whitney has 25 nominations and 6 wins. Why am I on the fence? I don't know. Thank you, Love Black. She said, my opinions are just a different point of view. Thank you so much. Go see Mother. When he coming, I might be able to come up. It's March. Hold on. Oh Lord, Tasha K going on tour, honey. No, ma'am. I don't want that. I don't want that. That I don't want. Okay. It is March the something. Hold on. Book tour, House of Hidden Meanings, Washington, D.C. Friday, March 8th at 8 o'clock. Okay, y'all. Let me get out of here. All right. I will talk to y'all later. I think we're gonna come back and do a tribe meeting. I think it's some other stuff to talk about. Oh, see that ADHD? Y'all see how it kicks in? I picked up my phone to go to Club Shay Shay to see if they announced when Monique video interview was coming out. Hold on. And I done started talking about RuPaul. See what I'm saying? Y'all see my problem? I don't see nothing about Monique. When it drops, though, we'll watch it. Child, we gonna watch it. She need to sell out so she can send no money to Cardi. Did we talk about people who lost their job this week? Nobody lost their job this week. People quit this week. Moving on. I'm not doing this with him. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. You think it's this Wednesday? Oh, okay. Oh, on Nightcap, he said it's gonna drop tomorrow. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll watch it, y'all. Lord have mercy. Let me go ahead and set that up because Girl Is That Legal. We're talking tomorrow with Girl Is That Legal. So let's do that on Thursday. Let's do the Monique reaction on Thursday. That gives me enough time to watch it. And I'm sure Monique is gonna have something to say. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that on one. Is that good with y'all? Was that good with the tribe? On Thursday, we'll do Monique. I'll go ahead and set that up now. Is that good with the tribe? Okay. All right. Thank y'all Wednesday. Because tomorrow, Girl Is That Legal. You might want to be here, Jonathan. We are going to be talking about Nene's lawsuit. We're going to be getting into the nitty gritty of Nene's lawsuit tomorrow, where Girl Is That Legal. So on Thursday, we can do Monique. All right. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Oh, I keep forgetting my mouse isn't plugged in, child. I keep trying to move my mouse.